Hi guys, this is the third time I have to do this recording, so I got interrupted once, but I won't let you in on any of that, because I know you want to go towards the video. So, I'll explain what, this is, I'll be doing. This video is gonna be a tour of this part of the map. I had a, old world, in Freebuild 1, and I used to make, I actually made a city, and someone else made a city over there, and more about that later. But what happened was I'll let you in on it, but yeah, so we made a city a while ago. It was about a year and a half ago we started it, and I worked on this for about a year and a half, and we couldn't actually use fly or anything, which was actually kind of cool about that. So that's how we got all this in. It's kind of cool, and so I'm gonna be touring this entire part, and it's only this part really. I'm not gonna make you go over Wolf from War City or any of that, because I wanted to tell you more about this part, and it's just this part. And what's interesting about all of this is it was actually made without fly, or what I'm using is null clip. So when I made this, we couldn't actually use fly or anything. So what we had to do is we only could use commands like these kind of commands, and we only were able to use air and copy and paste. You know, you get the idea. So we had a few commands we were able to use, but overall, what made the city unique was that the majority of the buildings, actually all the buildings, with the exception of that building, were made without using fly. So, like, or no clip, or whatever. Yeah, you get the idea. So, it was hard to do, I'll admit that. And this city over here made it look a lot more impressive until you realize that they used fly and no clip and speed, so they could use all these commands a lot more efficiently than I was able to. So yeah, so we'll get to this, and I'll explain what I did with the city, and yeah, so actually all started when I actually built my first house, and this is actually still the house I use for the most part. I mean, I use that building sometime, but this is the house I usually use, and it's a pretty cool house. I mean, this is when you had all these all these blocks, and for the time, it was before you had any of these blocks. You only had from this block all the way until the stone, so you only had these many blocks. And now we have a crap load of more blocks, you can see. And yeah, so for the time, this was kind of cool, and yeah, I wanted to make it like a classic house, a Minecraft classic house. And yeah, so it's odd because this game's Classicube, and so when you go over to Minecraft PC, it's like a whole new world. But yeah, this was cool for the time, so yeah, I enjoyed it. Down here I actually made a basement, and I never actually used this basement. Hello there. What are you doing? Hi. I don't speak. What if I don't speak German? I don't. Wait. Is it French? I don't know. But yeah, this was all made around 2016. Okay. And it's okay for the time. It's quite dated, and I kind of still like it. And I never really used this room because I kind of forgot it was still there. I'd always spend my time up here, and I kind of just forgot that this was even a place. So this is my lava room. It's a pretty standard room. And, but what the actual really cool part is if you go up to the top here, this is the tower part. Actually, we made this using a tree I planted, and I just placed logs, and I kept building and building and building upwards, and yeah, it actually turned out really, really cool. And for the time, this was actually pretty cool, and it was actually the tallest build inside this world. And the map, you know what I mean. So it turned out well until it caught on fire. And I'll explain. Someone was testing out physics, and they decided to light fire, and half of my tower actually burned. So they turned off the physics, and what we had to do was we had to get rid of all the fire, and I had to rebuild half of the tower and rebuild the leaves of the tree. So yeah, it's hard to trust anyone in this world these days. So yeah, it is still a really cool world, I have to admit. I like the dining room this is supposed to be, and how you can go up here on the balcony and see out of the rest of my world. And yeah, for a while this was the tallest build in the map here, so it was cool. I'll move on to the next few builds we built. We actually built, after that, we started building a, actually, I'll show you one other thing. Down here, I actually built a mine shaft. And that turned out okay for the time. Until it flooded, and I kind of just gave up working on it. I never really worked on it after. These are invisible blocks. But yeah, so this all flooded, so I stopped working on it, and yeah, ever since then I haven't been working on it, so yeah. I've actually built a dock here, and speaking of which, I actually built a whole canal that goes through here, and more about that later, but that was cool too. So after I built my first house, I started building things like, we built a farm here. This is actually a really cool farm too. Believe, yeah, down here there's a mushroom farm, and there's gonna be more, but I think we never finished it, so I kind of kept it as it was, and I still like it. It's a pretty cool place. I like this part where it's like a little place where you can people can come up and buy stuff from the farm, and yeah, I liked it, so I liked it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what he's trying to do there, but yeah. So I'll move on. Stop talking like an idiot. Here this was my first proper mine, which in today's standards is really, really bad. I never really liked this mine, and by the looks of things, I abandoned it quickly. I never really did anything with it, and it was fine for what it is, but I never used it, and it's kind of just stayed that way. But once in a while, I'd come in and I'd work on it, and it was cool for at the time, but now it's just so generic. So this next build that I built.
Really?
So what this next build is I think it's a bank. I can't remember what it is, but now it makes sense. Now I know what it is. It was a bank for the time, and yeah, it's okay. I mean, once again, it's not really a good build. And when I look at it, I really do think it looks like puke. I mean, because it just looks like a bunch of gems were thrown in the bottom here, and nothing was really cared about, which that was what I made for the time. I like this part, but overall, again, it's a pretty bad build. But I mean, hey, it's not bad. But then I built this, and this was actually a better build for the time, and it was a crafting and storage facility. And I tried to do it like the old Minecraft Classic Day era, and it works pretty well. And I still like it. It's got chests all around. And oh boy, I'm lagging so much. Sorry about that. So yeah, it was fine. I do like the chests. The outside is kind of cool, how I made that design on it, and I like the building, so yeah, that was cool. This over here is actually a teleportation device that, if you break it, it takes you to the other city. That seems to be ruled by Nazis. So, yeah, I'll tell you about that. Yeah. Anyway, the first proper build I built and actually got a rank for was this build right here, and this was a wall protecting the outside world from the rest of my buildings, and I like it. I built it out of stone, obviously, and before the dam was here, you could actually easily get across the to the other side. So I actually built a dam here, and it looks nice, and I think the dam was really needed. And so yeah, that's what we did there, and yeah, for the time, this was also a good build, and it still holds up well today. I do like it. So I'll show you the inside. Let's start from the bottom. So from the bottom here, it starts with the door there used to be, and there'd be two sides, and this was like my second home that I built, and it's nice. It's not awful. We built walls here. You can obviously see them, and I still like these walls. They're nice. They hold up well too, and they're not bad, but yeah, that's like the security room. This is like the small little library I built for the time. Storage facility, lava, acid room, and dynamite. So you get the idea. Over here, we kind of built the same exact thing. I built a little swimming pool here. A nice little bedroom. Kind of cool. And up here is a crafting room, and flower room, gem room, and then if you were to go farther up, you can actually take this all the way to the top. And it's kind of cool. If I can even get up. So it's alright for the time, and still it's nice now. It looks pretty cool. And before, when we first built it, there was no walls. It was just this whole building here. And it was actually, this didn't actually exist. And that part didn't exist. It was just two little buildings that were attached to each other. And I tried to get it for a rank, because that's how I have my super builder. Now that rank right here. So what they said was, okay, you can build, I'll accept this for a rank, but you need to build a little bit more. So that's what we did. I built a little pathway, I think it's right, yeah, it's right here, that before the bridge was here, you could just walk across, and that still wasn't enough, so I built a dining room, if I can even get to it, over here. And right over here, yeah, we just built a small little dining room. So yeah, it wasn't a bad build, and I liked it. So yeah, so the next build we built after that, or actually I built, no one else did. And this is one build I still really like for the time. It has the old modern day Minecraft era, and yeah, so I really do like the dome as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I still like it. So what I built is we built a arena, and it also can be used as a swimming pool by just putting some water here. And as you can see, the water is going to fill up. So this was used often, and we had like a concession stand here. We had the box where all the news people would stay, and they'd just be documenting the game. Over here we had the top box where all the important people stayed. You get the idea. So it was nice. And yeah, so we had like ramps here that you could go all around. We used it as a pool, you can see. Here's actually an actual cool thing you can do. If you do this, if you break 2 spots with sponges, if you guys know what sponges do, yeah, they'll get rid of all the water, obviously, and then all you have to do to get rid of them is to simply, well, first off, you gotta find the spot where it was, and then, okay, where was it? And it was right here, yeah. So, once again, amazing build for the time, and it's still really nice. I really do like it. So, yeah, it would be like a fighting arena, and I had the idea of making a spawn point, so when they died, they'd spawn outside here, and they'd spawn right here. So, yeah. It's a nice little arena, and the dome's pretty nice, and I like the little box up here that looks over the arena. That's pretty cool. I really did like that. I like it in general because the stone work, and it's all just pretty cool. So yeah, we built that. After I built that, I kind of moved back over to the city. And I began to build a, I can't remember what was first. I think it was the Congress Hall. But I've actually built a Congress Hall, and it has pretty much what you expect. These are supposed to be seats. And this is where the main, I guess, mayor would sit. And then we have the, this room inside here. It's a little office room. So it's cool. I like it. I didn't spend too much time in this. This is supposed to be like a little mailing service where I used my first door. And yeah, that's what the doors there did. Before we had doors, we actually had to use DOR. Yeah, that kind of command. So yeah, it was fine. I kind of like it, so yeah. And after we built that, I believe we built this, and this is a bookshop. I do think we have libraries, but I built my first proper bookshop, and yeah, I like it. It of course sells books. Yeah. And then up here is also another part of the bookshop, and yeah, so pretty cool. And yeah, I also started installing these roads here. By that time in it, I added the torches there, and oddly enough, I never actually built a path here. I don't know why, but so yeah, I started building paths. We also built a bridge so you could get across the bay area here, and yeah, so you could just get in here, and yeah, so we built that. After I was done building that, I actually built a really cool build, and it was a church. Yeah, so I wanted to build a church, so I thought, why not? And I just got to work, and yeah, this is how the church turned out. It's not awful. It's the generic looking church that you'd probably want to see, and yeah, so it's got seats, it's got the usual. Back here we got a little reception area and a little bookstore with a book that was broken. And up here, this is where the part that I really like. You can come here and if you take this little spot across the church above here, it'll actually take you to the rooftop. Well, not the rooftop, the bell tower. I'm sorry. And yeah, so once again, I mean, this is my least favorite part of the build because the iron doesn't match the stone, but it's got a bell, aka gold, so that's fine. And I believe, yeah, what was also interesting about this was it was located on this little spot. You see how it's a little elevated, almost like it was like a tectonic plate. And that's because before there was actually no way to get up there. I actually had to build my own path to get up there. Like, you physically couldn't get up there because there was no path. And that's why this right here was not originally here. What was originally here, if you were to break through, you'd see this little secret shaft. And yeah. So, you get the idea. After I built the that build, I believe I kind of stayed in this area, and I think we built the nether room. And once again, pretty cool room. I like it. And yeah, so when I look at it, it really does look pretty nice. It's not bad. It's not terrible. And yeah, so can't actually go inside the nether because this is Classicube, not Minecraft. And then after we built that, I think I built the windmill. This windmill, actually, I do like it for the time, but it sparked a lot of controversy because what happened was this was already built. They started building the city over here. And when they built the city, what happened was that he actually copied, like, when I built my church here, he specifically copied basically every aspect of the church. Like, literally, he took the same exact design. Like, look at my church, and then look at look at his church. You saw his church. Now look at my church. And you can see how similar they are. And I have to admit, he created his own city, and then he copied the church. So we kind of had a little war going on. And yeah, so it just took my church idea, and he did the exact same thing. And so I took his windmill idea that he had originally, and I came over here and basically copied the exact same thing. So yeah, we had a little war going on, and yeah, it's a pretty cool windmill though. I like it. This is one of the builds I do think I did a really good job on, even if it was specifically copied from his build. It's fine for what it is. And once in a while, people will put random blocks on it because that's what they like to do. And you see it a lot in my world. After I believe I've built that, actually, I'll explain here. We built smaller builds like a lava and a water room and an acid room. And we also built a police station. Yeah, I like all these things. I mean, I just wanted to fill in the space, and it's still pretty nice. Over here, I built a, what are they called? A stone cutter room and just a machinery room. Pretty nice if I say so myself. And then I just built a small little residential home that looks over the arena. That was pretty cool too. So yeah, all these builds, they were pretty cool. And we got in a little war with this guy over here. And then he decided, oh, I'm going to build random things on top of Mike's city because I can. Even though no one can build in my city. So that's what I eventually did. And then he left, and yeah, I demolished one of the beams that he used to have here. So I don't even like this in general. I don't even know why it's here. But I'm too lazy to take it down, and it's fine, so. Actually, next this is a cake shop I actually built. It's pretty cool. It's your cake shop you'd usually get. And I wanted to have it the old Minecraft design on it, so, and that's what I did. I like it. It's got cake and everything, and so yeah, I like the dome on top. That's kind of cool too. I kept a lot of the original trees here, and I actually built some myself, and back when I was really bad at building trees. So yeah, after I built that, this wasn't actually built by me. This was built by another person. He came in, he built a small little house here, and I really do like it. I'm glad there's other people who do build my houses. And then you're thinking, what is this monstrosity over here? Well, it's a mixture of things. It never really had there wasn't really a purpose of it to be here, because like out of all the things I've had here, they do have a purpose. And but the thing was, is the reason why I built it, it was supposed to be a mayor's house, and then I switched the idea of it being my own newer house, and then I switched the idea of it being some other player's name, and it could be his house. So, but the only reason why I built it is like these kind of things, is I actually built it so I could get a rank. And when I built it, when I finished it, it actually looked really cool. The construction of it was actually rather slow because I got banned on the server for arguing with the staff. And so after I built all this, what basically happened was this: I only had the first and second floor done, or built up. So it was, the progress was slow, and but all the rooms, like, I love this building. I've never really, I mean, it's boxy looking, that's for sure, but I like the idea of all these columns and everything I built. And it's really nice. It's kind of like a hotel slash the usual place you got. And once again, people like to grief this place when they can. And so, yeah, I just put some things in. Over here we have another storage room, and I really like how you can see through the ceiling. I was gonna renovate this building out and add a bit more, but I never did. So it's cool. It's got, and this floor is really nice too. You got some nice little seats here where you can like write a letter or something. You got another fantastic library. It's like a miniature mall. Over here we have once again, some little more seating areas you can see around here. We also have a crafting stone cutter room. More seating and chests, and yeah. So yeah, I like this room. Up here we have a hot tub I actually built. I was impressed when I built that. Over here we have a little cake and eating little place, and we have a very nice dining room right here where you can eat. We have some delicious chicken on the table. We also have some cakes over here, and yeah. So more seating and nice little television you can watch TV on. That's kind of cool too. Over here, through these doors, we built the master bedroom. It's, yeah, someone is actually living in here, and they kind of renovated some of the space. And yeah, once again, I don't know why this room, but I guess they, someone may have briefed this, but there's supposed to be carpet on the floor like this, so I don't know what happened. And then, but out here, you have a nice little balcony, the usual, and yeah. But I was so impressed when I first built this, because when I first built it, it was like, oh, I've never built anything like this. And yeah, this is the roof slash attic. More books. It's got nice computers over there. And a little bathroom in there. Yeah, so it's my gold. And another TV. So yeah, pretty nice build. After that, I believe, actually, I used this build, I want to say one more time, we used this build a lot throughout this server, and that's why I really liked it. And yeah, it was I used it often, so yeah. After that, I actually built a hotel, and this is fine for what it is. It's nothing special, but hey, I still kind of like it. It's got a nice little reception room. Up here you got, this is what the bedrooms look like. TV, you get the idea, furnace, crafting table, computer. So yeah, on each side you'd see these usual buildings. I mean, you'd see these usual rooms. I think these have, oh no, they all have a carpeting. Yeah, I got a different design for some of these rooms, but they're still really nice. But what really makes it stand out is the wings on either side, because this is the top floor dining room I built. And that's what I really like about this hotel, is that you can come up here, just get a little bite to eat, and on either side there's these wings that stick out. And it really does present that quite well, the hotel. That's why I really do like looking at this. And yeah, someone actually used my account, and they built this house then. And it's cool. It's the usual small little place, and yeah, I like it for what it is. My friend built it. He came on, and yeah, he just built this, and yeah, it's got a nice little place down here, and yeah. And once again, more griefing. I hate it. After we built that, actually, I think I built some more houses, I think, just because I wanted to. Here I just built a small little room. And yeah, and then what I built was, down here was another house. Yeah, this was a storage facility. And then this was the last build, I think, if I am counting correctly. Yeah, I built all this. Not that yet, but yeah. Then I built this, and this was the last build. It was supposed to be a school, and when I built it, I never completed it. I just never was able to get it through halfway. I was only able to get to the first 2 floors. I was only able to get to the first 2 floors until I left Classicube, and then I came back 7 months later. And I finished up the classroom. It's got a nice little playground here. Yeah. And yeah, the vast majority of it is what you see at a regular school. Cafeteria, which I do like. Over here you have the basketball court, and up here is actually, if I don't fall, is another floor, I think. Yeah, these are all offices, principal's office, yeah. I just wanted to build random rooms, and I like them. And then you have the roof up here. And yeah, after I built that, I actually finished up the building, and I added, I actually stayed away from this for quite a while. And until I started building a few more houses. I built, I think this was built by someone else. I can't remember. And then over here, once again, I built this. Actually, yeah, it's like a little cramped out space that you'd stay in. So yeah, nice American flag. That always got grief, and people would change the flags, and yeah. So. And then I've actually built a power plant here that looks similar to the shoe store. And when I built this, I made it underground, and it's nice. I mean, all my builds, and then you have this right here, though. Yeah, pollution. And if you actually go into the pollution, you die. You dissolve. So, yeah, it's your power plant. If you go down here, it takes you below the area where we have like a little machinery, and what you can really see down here is all the machinery. Because the vast majority of it is underground, where you have all the acid that's being made and all these pumps. And over here, this actually takes you to underneath the this building here, the mayor's house. And yeah, I actually built this. I actually never knew this existed until I realized I actually built the entire house above the land. So it's cool. Over here we have more lava, and the whole thing is kind of mapped out as we have these kind of machines that are working far below the ground. And yeah, of course I dissolve again. So yeah, it's all a bunch of machinery that works below the ground. And yeah, and I kind of mapped it out so it worked like a usual building would, and yeah, it worked. And I believe that's the office. And this is where you come in here. So you come out here, and yeah. And then I built the one last thing that actually I didn't even build in this world. And it was after I started working on, well, these were finished. I forgot to mention that I actually I built dams going around here. Actually, no, there was a dam that was over there. I actually built this island. It was a, that island's not a net. That's a artificial island. And I built a canal going through here, and you can see ships that are going through here. And there's actually a dock down here, which ships would come in. And then there's a bridge that goes around here, and it's all really cool. And these ships would transport goods across the rivers to places like the Soviet Union, apparently. And yeah, so different kind of places. Yeah, so those places they deliver the goods to. And then after I built all that, we kind of just started building other things, and so yeah. We built paths that would connect the world, and we built security here so they watch the borders of the map, or of my city. And then what happened was after we built that, I copied and pasted a shoe factory. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot to mention this. Yeah, we built a lighthouse here a while ago, and now it doesn't really have an actual use anymore, because the shoe factory kind of uses that use and purpose because it's much bigger. But this was cool, and I liked it. And then, yeah, as I was about to say, we built the shoe factory, and then I copied and pasted it into this world, which is why none of it actually looks like it was originally here. And the shoe factory is one of my most grandest builds in the that I've actually built. And the main reason is because you go inside and you have these grand doors open up for you. And yeah, this wasn't here, anyone. You won't be seeing any of this. Come on, there you go. So anyway, this was all kind of a little shop down here. I built a shoe shop. And, oh no, it wasn't a shoe shop. It was a spaghetti shop. I keep thinking of EJ shoes, but no, this was a spaghetti shop. But now it kind of just seems to be a shop that sells different kind of things. And up here's the factory, which everything was made. You see they have the little desks. And what's really interesting is when I built this, I put a this whole this funnel that goes through the sides. It was odd when I first built it because you'd be working here and you'd see that all this glowstone here and you think, oh, that's kind of pretty. And there's actually bathrooms I built behind here, and that kind of worked out well, even though there's acid on the other side. So yeah, I used this specifically for bathrooms, and I wanted to hide the fact that there was actually anything here. And this is like a little lunch place, along with offices in here. So we built offices, and then through here I built a little path that you could take to get on the to take from the border of the map. And what this did was it had a pretty simple operation where people would take all the imports out from the city, and they take it by boat and they ship it down the river. So that was kind of cool. And yeah, that over there is the beach, and these are all offices that I also built, and they looked pretty cool when I built them. All the usual offices that you'd see, and they're nice. And yeah, we have a TV here, and just a little seating here. Up here, if you take this is where the factory begins. So you can see all the imports that are coming out. There's actually 4 levels, and yeah, this is where all the imports, there'd be like different stations, and they'd all be taking all these goods around the map, and they'd get scanned, they get boxed up, and they'd go through that little that little place down there, and they just come all around here. They'd go down here and they'd get delivered to people who like them, and yeah. And then you could take up here, this went to the this would be the top floor of the map, where all the imports kind of came in. And yeah, this is all the bad spaghetti, or it would go into here and be dissolved into acid, and then be taken into this little pipe where it'd be all dissolved again. So it was cool. So yeah, we have like all these little paths and everything. It's a factory like atmosphere, so nothing that interesting. But then you can go up onto the roof, which I kind of like. And you can see all the smoke. And then we have over here, this is a tower that actually looks over all the city, and yeah, so it has machinery that works up here. And that's really it for my city here. I believe, oh wait, other things were actually built here by other people, not just me. This build here was not built by me. Someone else also built it here. I don't think I built this here. And this was I think a tree house that someone built here. I do like it. It's got a nice bedroom here. And so yeah, I like it how they'll come in and they'll build their own kind of things. And it really is kind of cool. Like, this was not built by me. Someone built a, I guess a fire burning creeper here. That's cool. And yeah, so we built just a few other things, and I built several bridges that went around the world. I told you earlier, and so yeah, that's basically it, really. These wires are also not built by me. The Minecraft sign was, though, but this was built by, I believe, Wolf from War. That's his account name. And he just came in, and for some reason he decided, oh, it'd be okay if he built something random here that kind of jetted out, and it looks really ugly, I have to admit. So yeah, but it's fine. And I added some other things like a lighthouse here. I actually copy and pasted this. And yeah, that's basically it. I do want to tell you about one other thing before I end the video. This was also not built by me, obviously. This, interestingly, was a house that was actually never even completed. They had only started building it before they abandoned the entire thing. And it's been sitting here ever since. It's a very old build, but it's just been sitting here with all the rooms unfinished. And to this day, I don't know who built it, but it's nice. And yeah, that's basically it, really. Sorry my voice may sound a little bit off. But yeah, that was really everything that was built in this world over the years. And we started this world in early 2016. I'm sorry, no, not early. In October of 2016. And we ended it around 2018, I believe. So it's nice. And yeah, so sorry for the bad quality if there is any. I don't usually make a lot of these videos anymore. So, and I probably won't make too many more. But I just want to see, I want to give it a try and see if anyone would like this. And sorry if in the background you could hear anything. My brother was coming in. And so, yeah. Sorry about that, but yeah. That's basically it. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see if I can do any more videos of these if you guys want them at all. So yeah, I'll see. Thanks for watching. It is really, really beautiful.